What's going on, everyone? Welcome to one of my new series. This is going to be a favorite of mine because you guys get to come along with me for this journey. I have finally completed the Thing run from 1983, all 36 issues, and we are going to cover all 36 issues one by one. I'm going to give you my thoughts, the story on it, and everything like that. So, this one I'm super excited for because if you don't know, Ben Grimm, the Thing, is one of my favorite Marvel heroes and my all-time favorite. So this one I'm super excited for, and I hope you guys will come with me on this journey as we read the Thing and his runs. So let's dive right in. So we're starting off with the Thing number 1, volume 1. It's called Lifelines, and this is from July 1983. Writer is John Byrne, artist is Ron Wilson. So we got the Thing number 1. Super excited to have this. But yeah, let's dive right in. So we start off with Ben Grimm walking in his old neighborhood. Um, and he's reliving the smells of New York and Yancey Street. How some of this, how like the smell of the sewage brings tears to his clear blue eyes. He walks up to his old homestead. So he found his old homestead. He's walking up and saying, "How can he barely recognize it?" Saying it can't be all that long ago since he has been there. So he's remembering all of his thoughts and memories, just stepping foot onto his old street where he grew up, where he lived forever. Uh, all those memories triggering, and the sense of smells triggering those memories too. So he walks inside of his old, where he used to live, like his own old homestead, and the voices and memories speak to him. He can smell the cooking of cabbage from his mom cooking cabbage. Teases his nose. The walls are peeling. He then hears voices from the basement. So, with all this going on, all of his memory and everything, he's remembering all that he's going, like reminiscing through everything, like growing up there, the smell of his mom cooking the cabbage. He hears voices coming from the basement, so he decides to go down into the basement. Um, Ben's memories hit him down there too. He gets down the stairs, and the memories of the super hit him, and as they were scared as little kids to go down there because the superintendent lived down there. So they were scared to go down there. They were playing hide and seek down there. And then the voices get more clear, and he hears them from his old superintendent's apartment. So he goes up to the door, and in Ben Grimm fashion, he just flicks the door, and the door just demolishes, which I thought was pretty cool. They really did really well in this art. John Byrne and Ron Wilson. The storytelling was amazing. So Ben making his dramatic entrance as he always does. So he smashes the door in with a tap of his finger. The kids in the room start throwing like bottles, bricks, rocks, also like 2x4s at him, and it's Ben. They don't do nothing to him. They can't hurt him. And he's looking at them and he's like, "Are you guys finished? Like, can we talk now?" And one kid steps up with red hair, like as red as mine, steps up to him, runs up to him with a bottle, smashes it. Ben just lifts him up. And he's like, "Okay, are you done? Like, are you calm down? I just want to talk to you. Like, it's like, I just want to talk. Like, just calm down." So they all calm down. He has this kid up and he's like, "All right, if you guys all don't calm down, I'm going to put him through the floor down to the earth." So they're like, "Okay, okay." And he's like, who's the leader? And then this other kid steps up, like a real hothead too. He's like, steps up. The leader walks up to Ben, saying, "I'm giving," or starts giving Ben a hard time, really, like saying, "Hey, you're a traitor. Why are you here? Ben tells, so Ben, like, it's like, sit down, sit down. I'm going to tell you a story. So he grabs them all. They're all sitting down, and Ben starts reminiscing on his story as he grew up in Yancey Street. He's like, I'm not as different as you guys. I had it. So starts reminiscing. Ben tells him his story about how he grew up on Yancey Street, how his brother Daniel Jacob Grimm would give Ben money to help his brother. So Ben's brother Dan, or Ben's brother, yeah, Dan, snuck out at midnight one night to go with his gang because he was the leader of the Yancey Street gang. So he snuck out after his father and Dan had like a a fight. They're fighting about how Dan brings in money for this family and his father doesn't. His father drinks and can't hold a steady job. In the meantime, Ben's in his bed, wide awake, hearing everything. So Daniel sneaks out to go with his gang. So Ben follows him. So he's Daniel's running through the alleys and Ben's following him. And you can almost get the feeling from the art that Daniel knew someone was following him, but he didn't know it was Ben. So they go up to the Thompson Avenue, which is the Yancey Street's rival gang. And they're all in this basketball court with bats and everything. And a rumble breaks out. So as this rumble's breaking out, they're fighting. Ben's watching on, and while he's watching, he sees his brother get stabbed. And Ben reminisces like he's seen death before. He's like seen it through Yancey Street, but he's never witnessed it. And to see his brother get stabbed, Ben, it kind of broke Ben, and it like that's his flesh and blood, and he's lying dead on the ground. So Ben grabs a bat, and the only thing Ben knows how to do is fight. So he goes after and starts swinging bat, and just in time before anything bad could happen to Ben, the cops arrived and grab Ben. They bring Ben down to the station. By this time, his mother and father are coming, and they already know that Dan has passed away. So yeah, we get that, and then we find out in a few panels that Ben takes over the Yancey Street gang for his brother, and all of the members that were in it before have either passed or in jail and everything like that. So we find out that he's running it, and then his uncle, who's Jake, shows up and tells Ben, "Hey, your parents have died, but we don't know how they died or anything. They don't explain that." So Ben's got so much like emotion going through him. He's swinging punches at his uncle, hitting his uncle, but his uncle's just taking it. He's just taking it because he knows like Ben's grieving, and so Ben finally can't throw any more punches and falls into his uncle's arms. His uncle's holding him, Ben's crying while his gang is there. So then we find out that Ben moves in with his uncle Jake, and Jake becomes Ben's legal guardian. Him and Alice, and they love Ben so much, and Ben kind of has that. I'm not going to fall for this. I'm not going to let you love me. And eventually it breaks him, and he does kind of see the light, I guess you could say. He's like, hey, these people really do care about me. They really do love me. Like, I gotta stop this act. Like, these people love me. They want me. So that was cool to see. That's a nice little touching story there. So as Ben moved in, and over time they realized that Ben starts going to school, and he's like, "Hey, school isn't so bad. Like, this is pretty cool." And then he plays football, and he's like, "Football is like Ben's release. It lets him get out his anger, like his from his parents' death to his brother's death. Football is that release to kind of control that anger or emotion that he had inside of him." So then we move on to Ben going to college, where we see him going to college, and we see Victor Von Doom leaving, who was Reed's roommate before he leaves So Ben is now Reed Richards' new roommate, and he's talking to Richards, and Richards like, yeah, this is my fourth college because I can never have too much knowledge. And tell Richards tells Ben like, hey, I'm building a rocket ship, and Ben goes, if you build it, I'll fly it, like just jokingly. And Richards like, I'm gonna hold you to that, and Ben's like, okay. So we see that, and then we see Ben joins the military as a pilot. So he's flying all these crafts, testing them out and everything for that. And then lo and behold, Reed Richards walks in and he goes, I'm here to hold you to that promise. And this shocked Ben. Like Ben probably didn't think he was gonna see him, like, but Richard shows up. And then so Ben obviously accepts and goes to help, and we know what happens then. Ben flies a rocket, and the Fantastic Four, um, kind of like that's when it happens. That's how they become the Fantastic Four. So then we cut back to the original where Ben's talking to these kids, and the leader's saying that he doesn't change the fact that you left. You sold out on Yancey Street. Then Ben tells the kid there's more to life than Yancey Street. Like kind of talking to him like, hey, there's more to this. Like you got to go. Then we find out that the leader of the new Yancey Street gang is actually one of Ben's friends who asked Ben to come talk to these kids to kind of set them straight, like scared straight kind of deal. Um, and that was cool. So then we end off with Ben and his friend going, saying, hey, let's go grab a cold one, which I thought was really cool. But this was really good. I'll give you guys a little bit of panel action if you haven't seen it. I really enjoyed this, and I cannot wait to read number 2. Like, this is Ben Grimm to me to a T, and the reason why he is one of my favorite Marvel, because he's so caring, loving, but he can also be that hard ass if you need him to be too. Like, but there's so much to Ben Grimm that I like to call him the heart and soul of Marvel and the heart and soul of the Fantastic Four. Because without Ben being that heart, that kind of, he's like that family piece that brings everyone together. But yeah, that was issue number 1. My thoughts on this, I really, really liked this. I like the story that they told of us, how he's helping these kids kind of like set them onto the straight path like he was, because he was them. He lived their life. John Byrne and Ron Wilson, I think it was Ron Wilson. Yeah, John Byrne's storytelling is amazing in this. Ron Wilson art, great. I love his thing drawing. But this was so good. I definitely recommend it. Another reason why Thing is one of my favorites. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will come with me on this journey as we read them and learn more about my favorite character, Ben Grimm the Thing. We're gonna wrap this up here. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope you check out the next one. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button to get notified of all the other great videos. Till then, it's clobbering time.